So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar. I think we're going to wait a couple of minutes until we get more people, and then we're going to start. Can you hear us well? Can you write in the chat and let us know if you can write us? You can hear us, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to wait a little bit and then I'm going to start. Okay, maybe we're going to start and then people will join us later if they're ready. And if they don't, we're going to publish this webinar on YouTube so they can still follow the webinar later. Okay, so I'm going to present myself. I am Perlette. I am an international manager for the Joining School in France program. And I will be guiding you through this webinar. So I'm going to let my colleagues present themselves.
Yeah, I can start. So hi everyone, thank you for joining us. My name is Pauline. I'm part of the international admissions team here at Skema Business School. We're really happy to have you here today. So feel free to share with us your question. You can also turn on your cameras if you want, and we will introduce you to the Master in Management at Skema. So this is the time for you to ask any question you have.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Paul-André. I'm Deputy Director of the Master in Management at Skema Business School. This is my great pleasure to present you a few elements about our master's program in Business Administration.
Okay, so I will start by explaining to you what is Joining School in France and how to apply to the program. And then my colleague will provide insights about studying at Skema Business School. We also have a chat, so if you have questions, make sure to write them down in the chat, and then later we can answer at the end of the webinar. So let's start. Okay, so what is Joining School in France? So Joining School in France is part of the International Admission Department of Paris, Île-de-France Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This program was created in 1984. So it's been now 40 years that we've been around. And the program was formerly known as the CAI, so Service des Admissions Internationales, which means in English International Admission Services. And we are still known as CAI in some countries. So what is Joining School in France? So it's a program that allows students to apply to the Master in Management of 5 business schools with a single application, which means that is a joint application process. So you get to apply for 5 business schools at the same time, such as ESCP, EM Lyon, Skema, and Audencia. So we try to simplify the application process to for international students to apply for the master in management in France. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the different steps of the application. First, you have to do an online application with the different um, documents that we require. I will talk about the different documents later that you need to apply to the Joining School in France program. And then we will send your application to the 5 schools and they will make a pre-selection. So they will evaluate your application in its entirety. And they will later contact us to let us know about who they want to see for the next step of the process. And then we will send you an email to let you know the link to check the results. Later, we will organize an interview in our different interview centers, and then the schools will give their final admission results. So we would like to remind you that whether you apply through the Joining School in France program or directly through the schools, there is no difference. But both methods are treated equally. So because sometimes we have students, they ask us if they have better chances to if they apply directly through the schools. And the answer is no, there is no difference because the people that will review your application are the same people that will review your application if you apply directly through the schools. The only difference is that you get the opportunity to apply for 5 business schools at the same time. This is it. So the requirements. In order to apply for the Joining School in France program, you have to hold a degree in higher education outside of France, which means that if you have a French bachelor degree, you won't be eligible for the Master in Management program because you will have to go through the concours programme Grande École. So this program is only eligible for students who hold international degree. It can be a bachelor, a license, or a banquet for Chinese people. And if you don't have your degree yet, you need to be in your final year of the degree. Okay, about the online application, we need 10 documents for your application. We need your CV, your passport, of course, your headshot photo, sorry, and 2 recommendation letter. It can be an academic one or a professional one, but if we have an academic and a professional one, it's even better. Make sure that your recommendation letter, we can see your name on it. We can see the name of your referee, the signature, a head letter or a stamp, so we can know that the letter is official. We also need the grades transcripts, your degree, a copy of your degree or your registration certificates, a management test. So we need the GRE, the TAJMAT, the GMAT, or the CIT. This is the tests that are accepted. And then about the English tests, you can provide a TOEIC, a TOEFL, the IELTS, or the Cambridge tests. And finally, you need to provide as well a payment of invoice of the application fees. And regarding the English test, sorry, I didn't mention something. If you are a native from an English-speaking country, you don't need to provide an English test. And if your studies are in English, you don't need to provide one as well. So next, sorry. Oh, I have a problem, sorry. So, oh my God, sorry. So About the management test, we would like to remind you that it's very important to add us as one of the recipients of your scores, because you need to upload a copy of your score text, but you also need to add us as the recipient of your score. And for the GRE, you need to select the code 1259. You don't need to do this for the CAT. It's for the management test for Indian people. And you don't need as well to do it for the Taj Mahal. And in case you don't have a date available in your country for the Taj Mahal, you can contact us to do the TASEM. This is a test that we have created for joining school in France applicants in case they don't have a test, a date for the Taj Mahal. So do not hesitate to contact us and we will give you more details about it. The interview. So we have multiple exam centers around the world, and we work with our partners such as Campus France, Alliance Française, CCI, or the French embassies. So normally you have the opportunity to choose your center while you apply for the Joining School in France program. You have you have a place where you can choose the city. So as I said already, you will only have one interview, and the interview will last about 20 to 30 minutes, and it will be in English. So the jury will be composed of 2 or 3 alumni, and we choose alumni because obviously they know they already been through they already have studied with those schools, and they know what the schools wants they are looking for. So that's why we work with alumni. About the questions, because we have a lot of questions regarding the interview. The questions are very simple. We will ask you about your personality, your motivation, your professional project, sorry, and question of general knowledge. The interview is just to get to know if you are motivated and what is your professional goal in the long term. So now we have a timeline about the different dates of the program. Round 1 is already closed, so we're not going to focus on the round 1, but now we are currently in round 2. So the application closing date will be on January 3rd, and then we will send your application to the schools, and you will get the eligibility results on January 23rd. And then we put the interview period. It's very important because we want to make sure that you are available during this week. So that's why we publish the interview period, so students can make sure that they won't have any commitments at this time. And then we will give the admission result on February 19th. Same thing for round 3. You can also check the dates and round 4. So this is the end of my presentation, but in case you have more questions, you can book a meeting with me or the rest of the team. You can use that QR code to go to our booking page, and then we can talk about your application and we can help you if you have any questions. And same thing, if you need to start your application, here is the QR code, and you will have our application form page. So that's it for me. And thank you for following my presentation. And you can follow our news on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Weibo, or WeChat. So make sure that you follow our news because sometimes we're going on a fair and we can be available to talk about your application too. Thank you. So now I'm going to let my colleagues talk to you about the Schema Business Schools program.
Thank you very much. Warm greetings from Paris. This is my great pleasure having the opportunity to present you very shortly details about the Master in Management at Schema Business School. I'm gonna share my screen and can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. And I do not see the the different presentations. So if there is any question, Pauline, can you kindly interrupt me and
Sure.
feel free to interrupt me if there are any questions.
Sure.
Well,
Just Paul, I think that it's not in full screen yet.
oh, my bad. Okay. Let me try it again. Okay. And okay, and then is it
Yeah.
okay like this?
Perfect. That's
Great.
perfect. Yes. Thanks.
That's great. Okay. Well, Schema. Schema is the name for School of Knowledge Economy and Management, and our purpose is to bring students excellence in both the academia and professional skills to train leaders and managers for the 21st century. Schema is a merger of two of the oldest business schools in France, the Business School of Nice on the French Riviera, and the Business School of Lille on the very top north of France. The school has a long tradition, and we've got more than 60,000 alumni. We currently have more than 11,000 students, and one of our particularities is that we are a multi-campus business school. We've got 9 campuses across the world, 3 in France and 6 worldwide. Half of our faculty is international, and we've got almost 200 permanent faculty in our different campuses. Has said the purpose of the school is to bring to students a professional and academic excellence, and this is embedded into the different accreditations and awards we do have. We are part of the League of Top French Business Schools, Conférence des Grandes Écoles de Management, and we've got different international professional accreditations like EQUIS, EMBA, AASC, AACSB, sorry, and that reveals actually how careful we are in the professional and academic training we provide to our students. This can be shown in different international rankings, both on a national and international point of view. Schema is recognized as a business school of excellence. We are third master in finance for the Financial Times. We are ranked 5th or 6th best business school in France. Has said, when you are at Schema, when you are a Schemian, you are at home worldwide, which means that you can choose the campus where you want to study within your curriculum. We've got 3 campuses in France, one in southern France, in Sofia Antipolis, just in Nice, one in Lille, on the Belgian border, and one in Paris, nearby the Eiffel Tower, by the way. But we also do have international campuses, one in Suzhou, another in Nanjing, another in the US, in Raleigh, one in Belo Horizonte. We've got a partner campus in Stellenbosch in South Africa. And we've just launched our brand new campus in the Emirates in Dubai, which means that every Schema student is free to choose the campus where he or she wants to study. That implies that there is no limitations in terms of seats. There is no extra fees. You can choose to study in the US, in China, or in France with regards to your academic or professional project. The choice of these campuses is not a matter of hazardous or random choice. Every time we open a campus abroad, we are driven by 2 imperatives: academic excellence and a business environment, a dynamic business environment. For instance, our campus in Raleigh is located in the Research Science Triangle, which is kind of the equivalent of the Silicon Valley on the Atlantic coast of the US. We share our facilities with North Carolina State University, and that means that for our students with no extra fee, they can enjoy true American college experience. And this is exactly the same for our campuses in China, in Brazil, or in the Emirates. But if you do not wish to be in one of these countries, I wish to reassure you, Schema has a very strong DNA, strong international DNA. And for Master in Management students, it's more than 195 partner universities, and we've got almost 20 international double degrees with partner institutions, which means that every year for Master in Management students, it is roughly 500 seats which are allocated for our students to spend a term or a year abroad. The program, maybe Pauline, you can just say a word about the different programs and the specificities of the Master in Management.
Yes, for sure. Thanks, Paul. So as you can see, we have different programs: undergraduate, postgraduate, and then executive and doctorate programs, PhD. Here we will focus on the Master in Management and the specificity, as you will see a bit later in the admission terms. This program is designed for students who have a 3-year bachelor's or a 4-year bachelor's or already a master's if you want, but you can join with a 3-year bachelor's. So this is interesting as we welcome different profiles in the program, and we will mention that later on.
Thank you. So the Master in Management, also called in French Programme Grande École, you will enter it as a Master 1 student. So it's a 2-year program, as Pauline just explained. And the idea or intellectual and professional DNA is really to train future leaders who will be able to tackle ongoing concerns, ongoing problems for corporations, but also tackle problems for the futures and evolutions of what corporations will face in the very near future. This is the reason of the Think Forward motto of the program. So the first year is really dedicating in managing the complexity of the global business environment. And the second year is dedicating in developing your expertise. Let me go and dive into details. As you see, we have adopted a term approach, which means that you are able to structure and design your curriculum with regards to your needs, your preferences, your academic and professional expectations. Every term, we request our students to choose at the beginning of the term where they want to be and what they do want to study when they are in the following term, which means that the first term of the M1 year is the year of business administration plus a specific track. Students can choose a track in terms of finance, in terms of strategy, advanced business organization, etc. You freely choose the track you wish to do. This track represents a quarter of your schedule, and after this first term you've got the possibility to do a gap year, or you can continue your M1 year on a French or an international campus. And you also will have this possibility, if you wish to do a gap year, for instance, to do this gap year during your M2 year. So the purpose of the program is really to accompany you and really to help you designing the program you wish to do. And the purpose is ultimately to have an expertise. This expertise can be through your specialization within Skema Business School or through a double or a triple academic diploma. That can be in management, that can be in marketing, in finance, or in business administration. Here is a list of the different Master of Science we offer to our students, and that can be, for instance, project management, international human resources, sport event and hospitality management, or digital marketing, international marketing, or luxury and fashion management. In finance, we both tackle financial markets and corporate finance, but also audit, accounting, and also sustainable finance and fintech. For business and strategy, we cover consulting, entrepreneurship, and international business. We provide, therefore, a certain number of double degrees with engineer schools, like, for instance, ESEA, an engineer school in Paris for a master in artificial intelligence for business. But we also do have international double degrees, like with the University of New York for global luxury management, or with the MIT for supply chain, Politecnico di Milano for design, or for entrepreneurship and design, Ludwig Maximilian University and Loyola for a triple master in business administration, UCLA for digital marketing, and Berkeley for entrepreneurship and technology. But also in Australia with the University of Melbourne, in Canada with HEC Montreal for accounting, Finland, Italy, Poland, Thailand. The choice is very large. And we offer international national double degrees for students who wish to have a specialization in business law. That can be contract law or business law. That can be also accounting or geopolitics with the University of Paris, La Sorbonne, or political sciences with the Institute of Political Science at Aix-en-Provence. We offer also a manager engineer track with several business school, engineer schools, and also research track for those who wish to have research-oriented M2 thesis. You also do have the possibility to do the apprenticeship. Apprenticeship in French law means that a student spends time in a corporation. You are paid by the corporation pays your tuition fees, and you spend 1 week in a month on college studying in a seminar format the different topics of the year. This apprenticeship track can be achieved in 1 year during your M2 year, or you can request to do this for the 2 years of the master's program, Master 1 and Master 2 year. You need to be fluent in French, and jobs are necessarily located in France. This focus on academic excellence is also coined with strong professional coaching, and the result is successful employment. 80% of our students have contract signed prior graduation, and 99% of our students are hired within the 6 months of graduations. The 2/3 of our alumni hold international positions, and most important corporations in France, but also international corporations, trust us and recruit our students. So we are looking for particular background of students. Pauline, do you want to say a word on that?
Yeah, thanks, Paul. And thanks for the great insight about the program. So we are looking for specific profiles from our applicants. So you need to be under 27 years old. This is a strict rule. So we will look at your birth date, and it is important to be under 27 years old at the moment you will start the program. Then you need to be a holder of a non-French degree, as Perlette mentioned. It is important to have got your degree from a higher education abroad, equivalent to a bachelor's degree at least. And this is important as well to make sure that you have spent at least 2 years outside of France during your bachelor's. So when it comes to double degrees, if you have a double degree, this is okay, but you need to make sure that you spent at least 2 years outside of France. We are looking for talented profile from diverse backgrounds. So don't limit yourself. We are looking for students coming from different backgrounds. It doesn't have to be business, but we are willing to see students with strong academic achievement, able to thrive in their professional endeavors. Student needs to be seeking to increase their general management skills before specializing in a field to enhance their expertise. And we are looking for students who want to develop their professional leadership skills and to strengthen their international profile. So regarding the admission process, we have two options. The first option is the direct admission. It's called ASTI, Admission sur titre international. Here, this is the case when a student wants only Skema Business School, only interested about our school, then the advice here would be to apply directly to our platform, My Skema Apply. The process is in 2 steps, similar to the Join a School in France process. First step is to upload document on our platform, your bachelor's degree, your management tests, English language, CV, cover letter, a photo, and letters of recommendation. A word about the management tests. A word about the English test. This is compulsory for the Admission sur titre international. For that way of entrance, this is compulsory, but we have an in-house test we can invite you to, free of cost for our applicant. So feel free to contact us if you need to have an English test. And this is something I would advise you to do as well for the Join a School in France process. Yes, you can be exempted, but this is not always the best option, because the English test, if you have a really good English level, will help you balance adjust your application. For instance, if you are not entirely satisfied with your management score, it will be a good balance. So we would recommend to people, instead of being exempted from the English test, to take a test because it will help your application. Then going back to the process, after uploading your document, if everything looks good, you will be pre-selected and invited for an online interview. For the Join a School in France process, I won't spend too much time on it because Perlette already described, but documents are quite similar. Again, here I would advise you to take an English test. And here, this is for students that are considering various schools. So if you're interested in Skema, but maybe another school or two in the consortium, this is a good option because you only do one application and you get admission results for the different schools. There is a specific calendar, so make sure you remember the dates as Perlette showed. Regarding the tuition fees, it's 37,000 euros for the 2 years tuition fees. We also have a service fee. The optional gap year is an extra 1,000 euros. Regarding the payment, it's possible to pay everything at one go and you get a small discount, or you can also pay in installment. It's usually in 3 installments during the year. We offer merit scholarships. It's 3,000 euros, and you don't need to make a separate application for that. You will know the scholarship award when you get your admission result from Skema.
Thank you, Pauline. Just a few words
Thanks.
about entrepreneurs. Some of you may have entrepreneurship projects or maybe interesting launching their own business. With Skema, we've got a strong entrepreneur tradition, and we really wish to bring our students to the make their entrepreneur goals true. Skema Entrepreneurs is the dedicated structures within the school which helps students achieving their entrepreneur projects. As said, Skema is a multi-campus business school, which means that wherever you are in the world, as soon as you are on a Skema campus, you have the opportunity to have the Skema Entrepreneur team helping you bringing your project from a project to a reality, from a business idea to an actual business. And it goes with several steps. Even if you just have an idea and it's still something which is a bit blur, we've got different programs of entrepreneurship. So the first one is the start one with a market survey helping you designing your project. The second one is the launch one, a longer project which helps you identifying how to launch your corporation, what are the important steps to make your business successful. And the last one is a year-long one, which really helps you to have your business prosperous. The results speak for themselves. More than 90% of their corporations launched by Skema alumni survive after 5 years. And every year it's more than 250 pre-incubated project that we coach and follow within Skema Entrepreneur. That means that, practically speaking, you've got a business idea when you are in France. You can develop your business plan when you are doing your term in the US, and you can launch your business when you are in the Emirates or in China. And this is very unique to the multi-campus and international DNA of Skema Business School. We've got strong corporate relations. We've got more than 2,500 partner corporations. Every course within the Master in Management are linked with corporations, which means that we bring the corporations in the classroom. That can be for job opportunities, that can be for their practical cases or job fairs, corporations are, we really work hand in hand with corporations to bring you to the professional project you wish to achieve. Every year, it's more than 56,000 internship offers and placement and job offers we have. And we've got a specific team on every campus here again, whether you are in France or abroad, the Talent and Careers, which gives you tailor-made support for your personal professional career. The course structure is also designed in this very purpose. Every term you've got professional training, how to write my resume, how to use social networks, how to pitch my resume when I do a job interview, etc. So every term you've got a course on professional skills, okay? And you also have the possibility to get tailor-made coaching and personal assistance to find the appropriate professional experience you wish, okay? And this is simply on your smartphone because all the talent and careers services are provided on the hub. You just have to download the application and it's right in your pocket. More than thousands of job offers. Skema has a strong identity, an identity of benevolence, an identity of comradeship, and that is the consequence of the very strong alumni network. We've got more than 60,000 alumni across the world. And every time actually you go abroad, you can be part of that very thriving community. Just an example among so many others, we launched our new campus in Dubai in September, just a few days after the first cohort entered the campus. Alumni in Dubai organized a welcome party and our students were in contact with top professionals from our alumni network very easily. And we encourage members to get together, to communicate all across the world. We offer graduates a range of our career services and we contribute to your professional growth all along your career. You are part of the school when you are in college, but also after you remain a member of our community, and we enhance the school's reputation and promote the program. We support your development, and this is something which is very important to us. Here are just a few examples and a few names among the 60,000 alumni we've got in the school. For instance, Jean-Philippe Courtois, who is the EVP of Microsoft, or others like Anthony Ledru, who's the CEO of Tiffany & Co. In New York. But apart from the academic excellence, apart from the professional achievements, college life is also students club. One of the great benefits of joining Skema is the very dynamic student life you can enjoy, which is really embedded into your curriculum. There is no choice between your academic choices, your geographical choices, and your student life. You can be part of a student club wherever you are. Student clubs are present on our different campuses, and we support the development and the achievements of our student clubs. This is a strong commitment of Skema Business School management. Clubs can be, well, hobby clubs, but they can be also with a more social community or even business focus, like Skema Counsel, which aims at promoting counseling skills of our students, or HOP, which is the charity organization and charity association of the students. We are present on every social networks, and our student clubs, our different academic paths are also present on the social networks. So do not hesitate to follow us to see the real flavor of what it is and what it means to be a Skemian, to be a member of Skema Business School. We are looking forward welcoming you on our campuses very soon. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, I can see that we have a questions. Maybe you can answer to it, Pauline. From Uday. If I am interested in a PhD and I have done a research project in sustainable finance during my UJ, would you recommend a Master of Science over a Master in Management?
Thanks, Perlette. That's a good question. Well, I would say it depends a bit of your choice about your level of undergraduate as well. The Master of Science and Master in Management are both possible in a 2-year option, and the Master of Science is possible in a 1-year option, and both will give you access to a PhD program. The interesting aspect of the Master in Management, as we saw, is that you will have the flexibility of the program. You'll have the chance to go to different campuses, and you will combine the Master in Management and the Master of Science. So that can be a great option. But both will be possible if you have an undergraduate and want to join a PhD later on. I hope that answered the question.
Do we have more questions, or maybe you want to answer to that, you did?
And if you have question, you feel free to unmute yourself. We are here to have direct chat with you, and happy to hear directly from you.
I don't think they can't, but they can
they
write.
cannot? Sorry.
They can write their questions in the chat at least.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Feel free to ask questions. We are lucky to have Paul today. He knows very much, very well the program. So if you have anything to ask, that could also be helpful for the interview. You're preparing for the application for the Master in Management. So this is your chance to get everything, every detail about the program.
I think we have an. Is there an extra fees for Master in Management, a plus Master of Science?
No, there is no extra fee, and this is what is really interesting for the Master in Management program. You will join the Master of Science in your year 2 as part of the Master in Management, so you'll get both degrees. You can, as we introduced as well, you will have the possibility to have triple degrees for the same price. So the cost will remain fixed, and this is a very interesting aspect of the program.
Yeah. And this is true for Masters in Master of Science at Skema, but also for partner universities. So whether you choose to have an international double degree with Berkeley, UCLA, or all the other we mentioned previously, or with a French university, there is no extra fee.
How to prepare well for the interview? What are the profile features you're looking for an undergraduate applicant? I'm going to let you answer about what are you looking for another undergraduate applicant, sorry, and then I will give you tips about the interviews.
Perfect. Paul, do you want to share a few insights, or I can also complete or start?
I let you begin and
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. So we are looking for students that are well-rounded, that are interested, as mentioned, we described a bit the profile, interested in having an international experience, international profile. It can be remaining in France, but embracing the diversity and the international dimension that we offer at Schema. And then for advice, the idea is to first understand what is the value proposition of our program, using, for instance, the presentation we did today to explain why did you choose Schema, why did you understand who we are, and why do you want to join the program, and then showing us that you have an idea of what you want to achieve, how the program can contribute to your career plan. So we are looking for students that are motivated, hardworking, and ready to give themselves fully during the program, and to also embrace all the different possibilities outside of the classroom. So there are a lot of interaction with companies, there are a lot of events that you'll be invited to. So it is important to show that you're interested about those aspects as well.
So to add to this, I will
I
say
fully
that,
agree.
sorry.
If you are if you are looking for excellence, if your ambition is to dare, if you are looking for achieving professional goals, or if you are also looking for uh, strong, benevolent monitoring and helping you designing your career, I think Schema is the school which fits you. As for preparing for the interviews, come as you are. We are looking for talents. As Pauline said, we embrace diversity. Some of our campuses are very international. Half of the students are international. The program is 100% English speaking. And we embrace diversity, but it's not just a motto. The teaching method is an international one. We always care having diverse nationalities when you do have to do, for instance, a group assignment during the term. We've got student clubs dedicated to the inclusion of international students. So diversity for us is an opportunity. And that is true in terms of nationality, but that is also true in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge. We are looking for your talents. And so we you can find a specialization which matches your intellectual and professional preferences. I would say whatever your background, from an engineer school to humanities, through business and administration or social sciences, the scope is large enough to bring you what you are looking for. So if you are hardworking, motivated, and you've got the guts to change the world, your place is definitely at Schema.
Do we have more questions?
I think there is one about the GMAT score, and this is a good question. I can start, and maybe Paul, if you want to complete. But we often get the question about the GMAT and the management test in general, and if there is a minimum score. The answer is no. And here, this is important again to not limit yourself because we look at different components in the application. We have agreed with different evaluation score. And the GMAT is only one of them. So if you're not entirely satisfied with your GMAT, you can work on the other components, give your best for the English test, give your best for the interview, for instance. We look at your file as well, your academic background, your CV. So the answer is no. There is no minimum score. Of course, the higher you get, the better it is. As Paul mentioned, we are looking for excellence, looking for students that have a good academic record, but there is no minimum score. So I think there is a question about a specific score. What we can do, I don't know if I can see it. Yeah, it's in the other chats. So Abhishek, what we can do if you want, you can get in touch with either the Join a School in France team or get in touch with us. We'll give you guidance about your score and tell you how we think it can balance with the other component, but we will need to have a bit more insight about your application. And again, this will depend on your interview as well. So it is really hard for us to tell you yes or no, but we'll be happy to share guidance and to hear from you and know a bit more about your profile. So feel free to get in touch with the team. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have more questions?
I think Abhishek is still writing. Okay.
I joined the session lately.
Right. So the great thing is that it has been recorded, and the team will be sharing, right, Perlette, the
Yes.
session?
It will be on the YouTube channel, so you can still catch up with the information that we discussed before. So do not worry about this.
All right.
Do you have specific questions?
Okay. I don't think
Okay.
there is more.
Okay, if you have more questions, you can still contact us personally, and we will be happy to answer to your questions. You can book a call with us or directly contact Pauline to have more information. Maybe she can write in the chat her email address so you can contact
Yes,
us.
of course.
Contact her, sorry. And I will write the email of the Joining School in France as well.
And maybe a last advice, guys, if you are looking for preparing for the interview or understanding a bit more the program, feel free to join us on the social medias. For instance, we are sharing a lot of information in LinkedIn about the school, about the news, the activities. So it can also be helpful for you to understand the direction Schema is taking and all the activities. So feel free to join us on the social medias.
Okay, so we have a last question, I think.
All right.
Oh, okay, no, it's not a question. Thank you. So, do not hesitate to contact us, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
Have a nice
everybody.
day.
Thanks, Perlette, and thanks, Paul, very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Thanks.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all. See
Thanks,
you soon.
everybody. Bye bye.
See you soon. Bye.